Jason, are you the new IT person for the
Yes.
town?
Yep.
Oh, fabulous! Thanks for coming. Cool.
No problem.
I know. I was gonna wait until you were all on to just say that, Jason. Jason Montijo, our new IT director. I mean, kind of new.
Kind of new. Past the new part, I think. We're live though. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is Jeff coming? I think.
I
Shall we wait
don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
Oh, he's
there
here.
he is.
Okay.
Good. Good. Hey, Jeff.
Okay. Do we have to read that thing, or can we just start?
No,
meeting?
we don't.
Oh, great!
No.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's 4:23. We'll kick off the meeting officially. Nice to see everybody over Zoom again. It's like major deja vu.
Good.
And hey, actually, I wanted to thank Hal and all of you for your nice responses. I was super excited about that article that she wrote for us. It was so nice with all the links and everything. It was just awesome. So anyways, I wanted to thank everybody for helping with that. And I know that Marianne and Hal did all the work on that piece, and I'm really glad that we have it. So I think we made it easier for her too. So thank you.
Thank
So
you.
I just wanted to mention that.
Yes. Very good job.
Well, we should actually, Brian, can you say if you've had any responses or phone calls or anything?
Oh, sure. I was going to mention that after Jay, but I mean, it's only a minute to tell you. So yes, we have about 4 applications. I think 3 are new. And actually, I think we got most of them. 3 out of 4 of them came before even the first. So the word was out there, and I have a couple of other people that have called, and I anticipate them applying. And last thing is, all of the applicants from last year have been contacted. So just wanted to let you know that too. So we're in a good place. So now we just wait until the deadline and see how we end up.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll make sure to schedule a meeting for March at the end.
Yes.
Okay, Hal, maybe you could kick off why Jason's here and what it is we really want to talk about with him, because I feel like this was an issue that you had done a lot of legwork on.
Well, I just thought that we weren't very prominent on the town website. It was very hard to find out any information about us. If you didn't know some of the specific addresses, if you just went into the town and you're looking for kind of information, it was kind of difficult to find things. And so we talked about making, I think we Brian, you'd sent around a thing late last fall, I believe it was, of information that was going to be put on the website, and we really hadn't done much with that, but I just thought we wanted to talk about how we might want to try to present ourselves on the website so people could easily find us and find out information about us. And Brian, you suggested, I think in that case, that we need to talk to Jason on this, right?
Right. Yeah. The town administrator had suggested that, Jay obviously oversees that. So I think the idea is, in just to take a step back, I think we were kind of hoping to get a resource center. I keep calling it like a resource center, but somewhere that you can kind of go in and find information about us and about, other areas of aid that residents could access. So I kind of think that's the sort of the end goal. I guess we're struggling with how to fit that into the town website where it could be easily, like Hal says, easily accessible and makes sense for people to go to, rather than have to search for very far.
So first off, this is my first time hearing about the tax aid committee. The reason why I know tax aid committee is because I'm looking you up on board and committees right now. And so hello, everyone on this tax aid committee. So I was able to at least locate your committee on the website, going to boards and committees. And it does seem like you guys have a section in here for information about applications for tax aid assistance and senior taxation aid. So there is a place here for you guys. There is a home here, at least in the website. Um, as far as trying to get more visibility on maybe the homepage in a sense, maybe there might be a way of adding some type of banner and talking to someone in the selectman's office to adding a banner within that board within your actual um, first of all on the homepage, but also within the boards and committees that you have here for taxation aid. If you have like a banner in the front page talking about what you guys are looking to, in a sense, advertise or get out to the people, um, we could do something like that. I know that internally we do a lot of tweeting and Facebook posts. However, people are out there in social media to gather information as well. Um, the chance, it's a very slim chance that someone doesn't at least have some type of access to, some type of social media platform. Um, so besides the fact of putting something in the banner, which I think might be the first best step, is kind of putting something in the banner with some type of link so it can bring you to your actual page on the Southborough website. That could be at least a first step in getting people to see that you're out there and what you're trying to offer.
Yeah. Just one thing. I think, you mentioned you thought most people probably had access to social media. You're dealing with an elderly population, okay?
Yeah.
Probably with, limited financial resources. So my thought would be, I don't, other than maybe, having a computer and having access to the internet, they probably don't do a lot like tweeting or anything like that. I think it's just not that thing the population does. Okay.
Yep. Gotcha. The only other option I could think of as far as not being social media would be, I know we have like a mailing list internally, and I again, not assuming, but at least in some cases, if they have a computer and they have an email address, they can at least get that alert whenever we add something to the page or add something to the taxation page. There's a way to sign up for e-alerts, and within e-alerts, you can actually select the type of so there's actually a checkbox just for taxation aid committee on the website. So if you check that box, put in your email account, confirm your email account, and any other updates you're looking to see, you can check those boxes. And anytime that we make changes to either the particular board that they selected or the main page, which is an option on here, which is on the town alerts, they would at least get that alert saying, this is what, is on the new website. This is on, this alert just came up on the website, or this alert came up on the taxation aid committee. Check it out. So that could be another option besides physically obviously mailing things out to residents.
That's cool. I didn't know about that e-alerts at all.
Okay.
That's cool. I just opened it. I mean, like there's anything and everything you could want is in here. Like when we post the minutes, when the town, you could get them, it's like everything is on here.
Yeah, literally every single committee, meeting minutes, the main board, even with like free form documents if they're posted for like voting and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean it's, and anytime you add yourself to that list, it automatically sends you guys out an alert for anything that's been added to that page.
Huh. So Jason, what do you know about the on the homepage in the Citizens Action Center, the Resident Assistance Center? We've talked about that a lot because when you click into that one on the bottom left, then you see like a whole menu of different types of services, everything from links to the food pantry, youth and family services, various tax things. And I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but one of the things we had talked about was like, how would someone even know to go there? You know what I mean? Like, how do we make that more obviously this isn't just about tax aid, this is in general, but like how do we get people to know all the good stuff that's hidden in there?
And which part is this again? I'm sorry, I missed
Oh,
the
that's
first
okay.
part
If
you
you're
said.
on the homepage, you know,
Yep.
there on the left there, it's at the bottom of that box. It says
Oh, the Citizens Action Center, and then everything that's below that, you're saying?
yeah, the bottom left under there is called Resident Center. If you click in there, it is like a plethora of awesome information that a lot of people have put work into.
Mhm.
But we were sort of like, how would someone even know to go there?
That
Yeah,
came, Jay, just so you know,
Go ahead.
that came from Katie in the selectman's office in the fall when Hal and Sam were sort of, trying to poke around this issue. She started creating an area. So I'm not sure it's done, but it's that was a start, at least. That's something. So I just wanted you to know the origin of it.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware of that until just now, honestly.
That's okay. We don't mean to put you on the spot.
No,
We just
that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm used to getting
There's
put on
enough
the spot. It's part of my job.
looking for a friendly ear, but like, I feel like it would be really nice if there was easier way to find those things.
Yeah, and just like Brian was saying, if that's something that was recently worked on by Katie or something, then maybe we need to talk about it a little bit more about getting it advertised in a sense, maybe even putting it on the banner to kind of direct people, hey, click on this link and look at this and see what's here, instead of like, that becoming a waste of time that Katie worked on, you know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, we definitely need to maybe look into advertising that a little bit more out there. I agree.
I think we were kind of thinking also sort of a flow chart. I mean, the way it's set up, the way I'm looking at it now, it says available through the town, available through the town assessors, and people who were seeking aid for taxation or assistance of some kind there's several different things: the tax exemption, the real estate tax exemptions, the senior tax deferral, the property tax work off, the taxation aid committee. I think one of the things we were trying to think about some way that there might be sort of a flow chart. People could more easily get a grasp of what's available, and then where do they go? And that Brian, I think, was part of the material you sent around last fall.
Mm.
Okay.
Those 3 PDFs at the bottom are really updated and very comprehensive, especially the one from the assessor's office.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jeff.
Again, it's just like, how many steps do you want someone to have to dig through to find this information?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to be honest, it seems it's good to see that it's one click away in a sense, but also it's not good to see that no one really knows that one click exists.
Right.
So that's the part that I think needs to be worked on a little bit more.
Okay.
Just writing some notes down here, guys.
So I don't know, maybe we can toy with this. I know it's a little easier for Jay, myself, and Katie because we're in town hall, but maybe we could kind of brainstorm a little bit. And certainly the banner is a straightforward suggestion.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have some talks inside and try to figure out what the best solution is to getting that out there a little bit more and making people aware of these options that are already here that probably residents don't even know are there. So work on that. Any other questions? Got a lot of nods. Good. Just want to make sure.
This is always the biggest challenge. It's getting the word out to people to know that these things exist. I mean, as long as it's been happening in the assessor's office, it's still a struggle for them to make sure that everybody's able to take advantage of things like this. And it almost goes back to basics as years go by and word of mouth grows for something like this. That just seems to be, unfortunately, the most effective way for people to learn about it. No matter, people aren't as tech savvy, and that spans across a lot of generations, not only older generation, but
Yeah, no,
and it does hamper the older generation, but it's that's just going to be a big gap to try to close.
I agree. All right.
Well,
Like I
thank
said,
you, Jay.
yeah,
We
I'll definitely
appreciate
have
the
some
time.
talks. Yeah, we'll have some talks
Thank you.
inside and try to figure out a better option to get.
And
that
I can
there
bring
for
it
you
back
guys.
to the committee. Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Nice meeting you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Make you host, Brian.
Yep.
All right. I'll see you all later.
See ya. Take care.
Take care.
Sorry, I went really out of order. I forgot to do the, anybody want to approve the minutes? Our last meeting was December. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
That's okay. I had
saw
that
it
in my
and I was
mind.
like, oh no, I want to use his time so he can go. Yeah. If anybody, yeah. Well, I
You're
think,
banned from Zoom now, Liz.
what's that?
You're banned from Zoom now.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to give responsibilities and it's not working. I think the big things we were gonna do, we did. I mean, we got some word out there. We were in. I don't know. Did you guys get any comments on the insert in the newsletter, one way or the other? Any?
I did
Anybody?
not.
I don't know. No.
And
I think we probably could ask Pam at the senior center whether she's heard anything back about it. It's easier to get it back over there now. I guess it's open again. So I don't know, Mary Ann, if you heard, did you hear anything from?
No, not
Pam?
anything from the senior center newsletter.
Oh.
I haven't. And Cindy is pretty good at our outreach person. She's very good at knowing who might be able to benefit from our program. So I think that's a plus for us. It just reached out to a few more people. And then, my question about what was put in my Southborough, I don't know if we could possibly put that document on our, on our page. And then that way people, like I said, all those links clicked in. So, if somebody wanted to read that article, that would be on, our Taxation Aid Committee page.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the other thing, I know that our participation is time sensitive, like we have a certain frame of time. But Jeff, what about the other, the other taxation relief programs? Are those like all year long? Are there certain time frames in those too, or?
No, there is a time limit on those, Marianne. So we couldn't just grab an application and apply it. It has to be, it definitely has to be within a time period.
Well, when Jason was talking about those banners, maybe what we could do is put the different banners in during the time frame. Like, now we could put a banner on, homepage and say, time for the Taxation Aid Committee application, and maybe just put the date on that, when they have to get the application in. So somebody opens up that homepage, and then there's similar things with, other applications, I guess.
Jeff, Jeff, when there are different dates on, do yours dates also differ a lot? Or are they all, I mean, you said they all have a time period, but do they all say they all have to be in by a particular date, or do they vary also depending on what the assistance is?
It's all within the same date, Hal.
Okay. I was wondering if we might make everything the same date, make ours the same date as your date. So that would be less confusing to people of when they're supposed to get things in. I mean, like whatever your date is, that's a big one. Watch for that one.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it absolutely makes sense. And for people, that's the other thing though, is we need to separate a little bit, because when people are applying for these different exemptions through assessor, it's not like they're getting all of them. They're getting the most cost effective one for them, the most beneficial one. So we want to make sure that taxation aid is not deemed as, well, if I get this, am I also eligible for that? So as much as I agree the timing should be tied together, the message should be separated, that even though you're getting this exemption through assessors, you're still qualified to get this money through taxation aid.
When is your deadline on your things?
Good question.
Most of them are April 1st, right,
I-
Jeff?
I believe that's the
For
time
the, for the
frame.
following next year, yeah.
And they collect them, and then they'll, people, it's the same people every year doing these things.
Yep.
For the most part. Occasionally they'll get new applicants because they'll qualify, whereas maybe they didn't qualify, whether it's through age, whether it's through a spouse that passed away.
Mhm.
People, whatever changes, but I think that's the timing, Brian.
Yeah,
And then we get a stack of them, the board, and we just go through them, and for the most part, the overwhelming majority gets something, unless people are just making too much money to qualify for something.
How it might be better though, if we do keep the deadlines separate, only because we can say, this is the taxation aid committee on the banner, this is the deadline, go to our page or whatever, and then they get that application. Then the assessors could put their banner in, the beginning of March or whatever, their deadline is April 1st, and go to their website to find that. It might be a little easier to do it that way. Just
Mhm.
highlight the different ones instead of like cramming them all in at the same thing.
especially they run concurrently, which is kind of interesting. One's February, one's April, March, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that might be a good thing, just for, like I said before, the idea of people thinking that they can't take advantage of the taxation aid if they're getting an exemption for something else through the assessor.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Have we gotten any donations, Brian?
Donations?
Yeah, have we gotten
We
any?
get- Sure.
Not many cash donations, not
Okay,
some,
We were-
but no.
We were gonna write thank you notes, right? Were we gonna talk about that?
Oh, yes, we were gonna do that. That's right.
I was just thinking about, not even cash, like how much money has this, this fund taken in this year, I guess, is what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. I can get that for next meeting.
That sounds
I
good.
can have a definite number then.
Yes, no, that would be good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is I think we were that nice suggestion I got at the Adult Men's Club of like whatever we decide, gift over $25 or whatever, we would write a little note. And I think it's doable because I think we're only talking a handful of notes anyway.
Yeah, did we ever decide the amount? I don't know. I don't know if we ever voted that.
Never finished this conversation, so when we put that on the agenda for next time, then we can see how many people we're even talking about.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and even if it's a small donation, I mean, I don't know if we should put an amount on. If there aren't a lot of them, that people have donated individually, then I don't think it's, I mean, you can write out.
Totally.
So,
The most
Uh,
common ones I see are like 25.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great.
I do see, it just seems like a number I always see, but.
okay, well, that's good.
Um,
I was wondering, do we have to legally acknowledge the donation? Because we made it, I think we gave something to the Youth and Family Services, and we got a card back from them saying we're legally required to notify you that this is tax exempt. And this year I've noticed that every acknowledgement we've gotten back from donations has always said, because you've received no benefit from this, this is a tax exempt donation. And I don't remember that as much in previous years. Previous years, they say, thanks a lot, but they didn't say it. I wonder, has the law changed in some way? Would that affect us in any way?
I think it's because those entities are like 501c3s, which are,
Yeah, okay.
they're
Yeah,
private
okay.
organizations. We're public, so it's a
Yeah.
little different. I don't think we have to, but there's no reason we couldn't. So,
Mhm.
I think it's a good idea. anyways.
Okay. I just wrote making a note of that. So I think we should meet in March, and we should I guess begin the conversation around the applications. Brian, do you want to meet later in the month to give you time to put everybody into the nice spreadsheet? What do you want to do?
Yeah, do you think the 23rd is okay? Is that okay by everyone? That's plenty of time. I mean,
Yeah, let me look and see. I think so.
I'm good with that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Oh, we'll meet
Conflicts?
first next time.
Same time.
Yeah, it will be in person, by the way.
We hope so.
I know.
Unless anything really bad happens, yeah.
So 4 or 4:30, sure.
Yeah, I don't mind. 4:30, if you guys are fine with that, that's,
Okay. So okay. Um, I think that's everything. We've done a lot, but we have a little lull until we have, all the applications come in, I feel like, and then maybe some more activity again.
and we'll report back on the website if anything happens in the next month, so. I think that timing is good.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Well, okay, so can you guys can we officially approve the December 8th minutes? I don't think we finished
Yeah.
that. You a second
I'll
that?
make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Am I?
Okay,
Aye.
great. Um,
Jeff's aye, but I couldn't hear him.
Aye.
thank you. All right, well then,
Aye,
Okay, gotcha.
it's official.
we'll adjourn at 4:49, and we'll get together later in March.
I'll send out the agenda. March
Okay.
23rd, right?
23rd.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? It's sort of nice being at home because I typed this up. So I'll send this over to you now, the meeting minutes, and then get easier.
Okay. Thank you all.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Nice seeing you.